Hi, guys. Thanks for those of you who are here showing up for my live. I appreciate it. I will be taking questions that people leave on the link that I've pinned to the top of the chat log. Just click that. I've tested it. It works. It will take you directly to the page where your questions should be kept from being eaten, and that I can refer back to. If you have a question of any nature, doesn't matter if it's personal, I thought I had this off, sorry, or public, please make sure that you just try to keep it to one. Sorry, my husband's phone's going here too. I can't control that one. But please make sure to leave it to like one question each. So hold on a second. All right, his I can't. It's for work, so I think we can all overlook it. And I've taken my antihistamine and am hoping for the best. So hello, all of you. Hello, Sally L. Hello, Twin Flame Golden Ascension. P44 Chippo, Sharon Sipe. Greeter TK. Hi, you guys. It's nice to have you here. I'm just going to be doing readings on what people have asked for. And just check in, see how you guys are doing. Just reaching out. I've got a lot of work to do. I have a lot of different ideas that I'm going to be bringing in to my channel. There's some different things I'm still tinkering around with, thinking about how I want to do stuff. But I'm looking forward to it. But I'm just, as a result, I just feel like I am like nose down working. My next project that I'm going to be doing video-wise will be Big Nose Kate. And I look forward to doing that as a break from true crime, as much as I love it, and other readings. It's nice to have a bit of a mix. So we're just going to go, and it doesn't matter what kind of question. It can be a crazy, like weird question. It can be ghost related. Hey, Bethany, how you doing? Hi, Ron. How are you? How are you? Check out Ron and Unconditional Love if you haven't. And if you have a channel, hey, Dean, how you doing? With Hermit's Corner here too. These are two excellent readers. And they have they have channels, so you want to follow them as well, because if you don't get satisfaction with the question you might ask me, please go to them and pose it there. And sometimes it's just a fit, so do check them out anyway, because you'll be entertained. All right. So I'm just getting ready, hoping my voice holds out. It's like I haven't hardly spoken at all today. And then all of a sudden I'm going to, go on camera and I'm noticing, I'm having to clear my throat a lot. It's just irritating. So I only took one of the two antihistamines they recommend, because I don't want to be like a little goofy or feel weird or any kind of way. I want to be like present, Who did she say? Oh, okay. That's in the chat. Well, Tarot Goddess is Hermit's Corner down here. If he's another great reader, I would highly suggest you subscribe, and then you'll go up and you'll see Ron Unconditional Love Tarot. He has a really great channel as well, and I'll try and make shout outs as people that I know have channels come in, if we catch them, if we're that fortunate. I'm very, very grateful for those of you that have channels that are regularly coming to my lives. I appreciate it, and I know how much hard work you're putting in on your own channel and then coming in for me. I really appreciate it. I can't always return that favor that way, but I try when I can to come in, and I love being able to mod. It's fun. I like that, where I don't have to be on camera. So I like to field your lives that way when I can, for a little while. So anyway, yeah, just check them out. Make sure, maybe right click on their icon and open another little tab there, and you'll you can subscribe really easily while maintaining your window here. Just expanding your variety, it's really good. I love that, and I think that's healthy for people. And I like to support my community, and they sure support me. So thank you so much, all of you. I really appreciate it. You really make truly a difference in my life. It gives me more purpose and a sense of satisfaction in sharing something. And I think that's important to everyone, no matter who you are and what way you do it, but in a healthy way. Thank you, guys. Hello, JR. How are you? So I'm willing to take any kind of question today, whether it's public or personal or just, something odd that you thought about and wondered about. If you don't have one yet, you might think of one. I'll be here for a little while and I'll see how things go. And we'll just go ahead and start off now here in a minute. You had a surprise. Oh, wow, on your channel. That's so great. That's a great boost. And she's so much fun. I was just thinking of her the other day. That's so cool. I'm glad. She's so much fun. I was thinking I need to invite her again because you got to do it. The woman's crazy busy. And I'm just like thinking, there's so many people I want to have on, and there's so many people I want to have back on. So I'm trying to kind of rotate people that I'm seeing and going, but, because it's tough. It's really tough to get these things to make your channel more, even better. They're cutting my numbers as I'm talking to you. They are dropping my subscriber numbers. So I'm going to have to probably, that means go with the online chat and be saying, hey, you need to review that because they're buggy. This platform is very buggy. Okay, I feel like I'm starting to dial in. So again, thank you so much for joining me this evening. And if you have a question, just all you got to do is up at the top of the chat log is the link. That all you got to do is click it. It'll take you to my community page. I checked the link. It's good. And you can leave your question there so that we don't. Thank you, Angelica. I really mean that. Oh, good. You'll have a great time. I would love to mod for that. Let me know when that's going to happen so I can mod. I've got you on notifications, but you know how it can go. Sometimes you don't see everything, even though I've got everything ticked. Send me an email and I'll make sure that I'll be modding for sure. Oh, Bright Opal, yay. I was watching a little bit of yours and Ron's latest video, and then I started getting tired and I was like, I'm going to go to bed. But it is very good. But I only didn't get around till late at night, and I was just like, that would be great. I bet you anything that will put you in reach distance. So that's cool. I just wanted to touch base with you guys because it's so funny. You guys think of me, and then like, you guys are so great, and you all show up for me. It's like, because I feel kind of bad. I'm busy, and it's like I want to reach back out to my community who's so amazing and supporting me. So I just want you guys to know I'm not a jerk. Thank you, Angelica. She says, your channel is amazing. One of my favorite tarot, and you truly have a lot of insight. Hello to Ron. Thank you. And that's what it is. I like to share my insight. And everyone who's ever used the cards, whether you're new to it or been doing it for a while, has an insight. And what's great is to share that because we all can, gain from that, no matter how long, or that doesn't even matter that we've been using this tool. That's what's so great is that it's so multifaceted and it just like layers out. It's crazy. You like the Tarot Sibylla and Kipper cards. Oh, those are cool. I like those as well. And I don't use them as nearly as much as I would like to. I really do enjoy um, the Lenormand and Kipper. Those other decks are so cool too. They add so much dimension um, in a way that just the tarot doesn't. And it's not bad or anything. It's just different. And it's just like when you add that in addition to using the tarot, then you get these two energies working together to tell you a story and in their own unique way. And it's just interesting how, you know what I'm saying, these two different means, these two different tools, how they will sync. And you're like, I'm not smart enough to do this. This is definitely not me. Definitely tapping into the universe. That's how I know. It's like, it's way smarter than me. Anyway, I wanted to be in radio, so that's very cool. Yeah, that's how old I am, Angelica. But I was a teenager during the 80s, and one of the things I had hoped to do prior to the accident that I was in a really bad car accident, and I am a paraplegic, just so people know. But what was I going to say? I wanted to become a disc jockey back when they, weren't just kind of what they became, shock jocks, and kind of deteriorated in many ways. But I didn't do that because of my accident. I was busy dealing with that. Yeah, I'm tying up my hair because I know that once I get reading, I'm going to get warm, and we all know then it's like, okay. So I look like I've just like woken up or something here. I swear to God, it doesn't matter. You can't take me anywhere. Anywho, so I'm glad that you like my voice. This gives me a satisfaction, and I would like to do a music channel, actually. I think I will. I really do. I can be a real headache these days, though, so we'll see. We'll see. But I don't know how I would work that in. I've got to have the spirit in there somewhere, So Twin Flame Golden Ascension says, love the Lenormand, still learning that one, but I love Kipper and Sabia. Is it Sabia or Sibylla? Because I'm thinking the double L isn't a yeah. I just don't, want to muck it up like usual. On the top. Now, see, I haven't done that formal structure thing, that thing called structure. Yeah, I can do it, but there's like two sides of me. There's a part of me that can be very structured, and there's a part of me that's just, and it's not easy to be me. And so I'll have a lot of different pots going, so to speak, up in the air, juggling. But one thing is that I have to kind of come back and make sure I'm doing is enough structure. And so I would really love to look more into the structure of the Kipper and the other decks that I love so much that I haven't, because see, I'm already, this is going to come off. And then I'll get cold. So you guys know the drill. It's getting stuck behind me a little bit. There we go. I'm going to regret that in 3 seconds. Anyway, I hope you guys are having a really good weekend. It's been sunny and dry here, and that's probably why also, well, it doesn't matter. my allergies can be worse at some point when it's sunny like this. It's getting better, though, than it was. All right. Let's see what you guys are saying. You've tried to warn people about stuff cutting deaf ears. Yeah, expect a lot of that. One of the things that the dreams that I had that I know was about the time we're in right now was one, and again, pardon the noise. If you know my backstory a little bit, it's we're living kind of rough here, and I'm sleeping in the living room, so I'm right by the front door. Apologies. Anyway, was I going to say? I get so off track. Oh, yeah. The dream was that people were wanting to party and to just not listen to people saying you need to wake up. You need to wake up. And you need to see the bigger picture, you know, and move forward with your life and not stay stuck in hiding, avoiding things that are negative in your life and kind of remaining stuck in a rut. And that's kind of the issue where a lot of people are at. But the thing that I was shown in this dream, because I'm running toward this sunset or sunrise, I can't make out which, but somebody else, these people that were trying to awaken were saying, wake up in the dream. But I could see through houses and I could see all these people inside these houses like I had x-ray vision or something. And they're partying, you know, this was way before COVID and anything that I'd know about the COVID parties or any of that stuff. And it was just like, I knew it was like a matter of life and death. And what they were doing was inviting death. And I couldn't figure out, this happened years ago, at the time, how that would figure in, because but I just knew that this blasé attitude, and it was not going to be, you know, business as usual. You couldn't just ignore it and go back to the same old way. You had to adapt. You know, you needed to change, and that there would be people that wouldn't change. And I don't. This is something I need to work on, and I have, but it's hard for me to discern. But what is forthcoming? Definitely, if you keep a positive attitude and you're working on your shadow stuff, you're on the right track. But if you're like partying it up or just doing something in an extreme way to avoid dealing with reality, too much escapism, and not dealing with your stuff, it's going to be really difficult. So all I know is that, and that's the only thing I can share with you. So it's been weird to watch people become so defiant and weird about everything from a point when I had that dream and it just made no sense to me. It's before people had become so fractured and so, extreme. So it's like weird when you have that kind of stuff. And then, of course, then I had the dreams prior to COVID hitting of like a dark wind. And I think that definitely people need to be careful again this winter. I think between it and like flu and other pneumonia, that kind of stuff, I think the two of those are going to make this winter really difficult. So try to be prepared as much as you can. Just a word, thought I'd share that. Common sense. Okay, let's see. Wellness chats, yes. I do. I do. That's funny. She has a cat with wings. I should clue you in on when I'm reading them rather than just laughing. Thanks a million to all the new and old subscribers. For real. Thank you so much. And please, if you've noticed that you haven't been getting my lives, or notification of any kind, check and make sure you're subscribed, of course. And if you're not, of course, subscribe and share. That would help. And make sure to always thumbs up, because that, or even if you don't like it, thumbs down. I'm not really, too bothered, but just interact. It's good. It helps people's algorithm. Okay, so you say, I love tarot, oracle, and Lenormand, but I don't know what Kipper is. It's another small kind of a card. I couldn't tell you a lot more other than that I know. It's like another smaller card, kind of a reading set. I've only seen them like very quickly. Maya, you can still become a disc jockey. Age is just a number. That's right, especially. But nowadays, I don't know if it would have to be. I'd prefer to do my own podcast. If like I would. The thing that always got to me was like I would prefer to do pirate radio. Because I don't want to play the crap that they're telling you to play. I couldn't not do that. I cannot listen to bad music, for one thing. I would not be able to do this commercial type of work. It would have to definitely be my own, which I might do, but I'll have to see about that. So Aspie Third Eye says, I use the Kipper and Sabia, I'm going to say it that way. And Norman for clarifiers too works really well. Yeah, I mean, like you can get a super deep reading when you combine them. Get the heating pad out. Yeah, I've got it. It's if my muscles get cold, that's when the stenosis threw up. I've got it my neck up into my, base of my head. It's really painful when it does that, but I get uncomfortable. Thank you, JR. I am doing that. It's been much more money than I thought it was going to be. We're doing 3 roofs, and we're hoping that this hillside stays in place this winter, because that's when we get the rain. And after fire season, you get landslides in this kind of situation and erosion. So, costly. But what you gonna do? Work. Yes, higher energies are coming in. Thank you. You know what? Let me get, being a bad girl, I'm having a Mexican Coca-Cola. Yes, higher energies are coming in, and many are flipping out and reacting to extremes in the incoming energies. Quite. Oh, and gosh, thank you so much, Betsy Lee. It's unreal. We got clobbered. So, just in case you didn't know, this is one of those situations where when you get hit, you get like, and like universe, I'm not asking for any more. Please do not think I am testing you. I believe in you. I know that you will do what you have to in order to make sure I'm keeping up. But dang, my husband's truck got hit, parked outside. This was this atmospheric river, they call them. It makes the driving conditions extremely dangerous. Thank goodness. Main thing was nobody was hurt. And I hope that no one's going to be hurt by someone. And people are like going, oh, it's not my hillside. No, it's, they're arguing about whose it is. It's not ours. So it's a headache. It's just stupid. And that's what I'm dealing with. And 3 roofs. I have to replace 3 roofs before looking to do it before Christmas or by Christmas. So that is why you're going to see my face on here as much as I can, because I do need to try to. We'd saved for years, and to move, but you gotta pay. You gotta do what you gotta do, and that's what the universe is letting us know. So it's like, yep, you're right, but it's like sugar, man. That sets us back, big time, and taxes as well. Taxes out in California is ridiculously expensive to live in, but I could go on and on and on, and I'm not going to. But this is why I'm working more. Yeah. Thank you. So I hope. No, this is a heredity thing, which is very unpredictable. Stenosis. Yeah, it's really painful. You have something probably, maybe you're talking about for yourself. Anyway, if anybody else is out there that deals with chronic pain, just know that you have my empathy and respect. Thank you so much for sharing, man. It's, what? Thanks for being here to have somebody to share it with, and to have somebody to make you feel like it's interesting. that someone else finds it interesting, because you think, is anybody going to even pay, like Linda said, and many other readers will say, I can't believe I get like 5 people or one person. So thank you really as much back. You're making tea, about ready to cook your dinner, finish up laundry. Yeah. Enjoy. I just had mine. My husband made a beautiful Sunday roast. It was very nice. And I had a nice plate of that, and I'm comfortable now, which I'm really glad, because when I read, I'm not able to eat until after I've done a reading. I have to kind of, I probably should relax, but it's just like, it would be like telling a swimmer or somebody to eat a meal. It's just like, no, or somebody that's going to go out and go on camera. I get too nervous to do it, but I was more relaxed today. And thank you so much, Silver. Thank you for those of you who are making donations, and Betsy Lee and Silver. Yeah, I need to look at those Kipper cards, because I know that those are meant for me to look at. It's like, how you see the tools that are appealing to you, and you go, ooh, I'm going to look in that direction. I want to learn about that, and I want to get some basic astrology down more. It's a German-based system. That's right. It's related to the Lenormand. Okay, I get it. So it's another European oracle type of card deck. I would totally love to do podcasts, and I had tried to set out and do one, but I didn't. It's really hard to stick it through. But it's no more hard than doing this. So I thought, well, I'll just give this a go, and I'm willing to look back at that too. There's so many podcasts out there, and I have to do something that really, I think, would resonate with people. Let me just make sure this is there. I should have done that earlier. Oh, well, no harm, no foul, I don't think. So please, do hit the thumbs up if you can. Oh my goodness, you have MD. And the cold affects you too. Yeah. I can already feel that, even just not having my shoulders kind of covered by some kind of fabric. The good thing is it's really warm in the house, but I can already feel it starting to tighten. It's really annoying. And I've got it, I'm sure I've gotten it from this movement after my accident, making up for, because I do a lot of things where I have to use a different part of my spinal column. I think I've compromised one part for the other. Thank you. Sending you love and healing, Maya. My dad had spinal stenosis. His Berber damage in his legs from it. Hard thing to deal with for sure. Yes. Oh, yeah. Especially nerve damage in the legs hurts. And mine feel like I've got electricity flowing through them. So what I do is I just busy my mind, and just right now, I got to lift it up off of them and not even think about it, because it'll just drive me crazy. It's funny. I figured it out. Nerve damage. Yeah, I thought my brain figured it out. Yeah, no worries. Please, if you have a typo, I am one of the worst typers. I am very ham-handed when I type. There's always at least 4 or 5 errors I have to stop. Yeah, I thought about that, about the vlog. And this is kind of a vlog, but it's more centered around the tarot. I have to think about what I would do outside of that. And I know I'd like to do something around music and art and the spiritual aspect of well-being. And there's so many ways that you can bring that in. So that's really exciting idea. But I've got so much on my plate here with just what I'm doing right now. It's but that. I've got my notebooks, there's ideas. It keeps me going. Yeah, see, they are my roofs. My husband and I have 3 little units. They're like little townhouse, almost like little stand on their own units. And my mother and my brother live in two of them, and then we have a tenant, another tenant that isn't family living in one. But we got a long ride out of the roofs that we had there. But just with everything the way it had been and the way the weather's been, it was a hard call, and it was just crazy. It's like $40,000. It was going to be 20,000, but now it's like about 40,000, and then they'll throw in for another roof. Says we might as well do it. It has to be done, and they're going to do it. You can't get anybody in after before Christmas, and that's when we're going to get all the worst. If we're going to get wet weather, probably in through that time window. Yee, what you gonna do? Thank you. No problem. And just if you're here, put the thumbs up. That's a great way to help and be supportive, because not everybody can make a donation. I understand that. But what you can do is really simple. Like I said, just share the channel, put a thumbs up, um, let the ads play, walk off, go fix a sandwich, click on to when that's done, click on to the next thing or whatever, click open another window. Those are great ways to support a channel. Even if it's not mine, please do that. Chrissy Lee. Oh, hey, Chrissy Lee. I'm 38 with spina bifida. And have had many health challenges. 60 surgeries. Yes. I've known people that have had it. So I'm aware of how that it can affect people. And you have been living in a medical facility for 3 years. But last week you got the green light and got an apartment. Yay! I hate being in a facility. That would just is those places are really, it's amazing. People heal as well as they do. And it's a testament to some of the people working there over anything else, because those places are kind of like prison, you know? They're not, they're tough. They're tough. I spent 3 months in one here. I've spent so much time over in hospitals, and then 3 months this last time over in East Oakland. And this place should have been shut down. It was like the fire department, the sparks were going, and it was crazy. I documented it all. It was a shit show. I am not kidding. So I am so happy for you, Chrissy Lee, and I want you to know that I understand the heaviness of what that can potentially be like if you're not in a good facility. And most of these facilities are not that great. So I'm so happy for you, and much success and joy, 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 and freedom for you. That's everything. I'm so glad. Yes, on her own podcast. Thank you. Yeah, I would like that, like a coffee talkie thing. But my problem is also I have to look at the wear and tear with what I'm doing with my voice. And also, when you do a podcast, nobody's going to want to listen to the noise in the background. They're really not. You have to have that stuff zipped up tight. And until I moved out as well, I wouldn't have that ability to. Now would be the time to say, make sure my studio that I want is going to be soundproof. For reals. Just a thought. Thank you guys for spinning that wheel in my head. Thank you. It's really nice just to relax here and talk a little bit more than jumping right in like I tend to do. Yes. So also, you guys, make sure, hey, Jay, he's Herc213. That's who Jay is. Make sure that you are subscribed to my friends, because you often see us flitting about from one person's to the next person's. So, we kind of like to share the extended family. So just make sure you're subbed up and check to see if some of these people that aren't in this chat, if they don't have a, a channel. And if they do, this is what I do, sub to them. You may not be able to watch everything, but just help them. We got to help each other. I am totally going to manifest my dream studio. You guys, I have been thinking about that. So when I play my Sims 3 games, Sims 4 games, I'm like, that's my happy time. Reminds me of a Delilah radio show back in the day. Oh, do a true crime podcast. It would get going quick. That's true. And I have a great thirst to do that, a great hunger to serve that, because I think there's so many, and people are now starting to get on board with covering more Indigenous persons cases and other people of color and LGBTQIA, and that's really good. But we still need a lot more people to do it and make people more knowledgeable in the process and open their minds so that they realize these are people that are just people. A lot of people have never been exposed to somebody different, and they are coming from a place of fear and ignorance that, here's our one chance, to put a positive spot on, get these people thinking a little differently. And if you can get somebody in a section of something that they like, or where they've got an interest and they really like what you do, but maybe they don't quite agree with you, and that's fine, whatever. But maybe in certain places where they need to grow and you need to grow, I think there's always something like that going on. You know what I mean? You guys are going, what the hell is she talking about? So I've got some really great collabs coming up too. In addition to doing a reading medium mystic style on Big Nose Kate of the Wild West. She's next, and I'm really looking forward to it. And I'm going to get more context, because that is definitely helpful. It is never not helpful to have a bit more information. And there's always going to be something that I find, even if I didn't know or kind of knew that how that will fit in a way I didn't expect. There's always something like that comes in. You can never just it's just weird how you see things come together. It's so strange. Does anybody else have that feeling, like when you've been reading and you know it and you understand it and you see it, and then the stuff happens and you're like, that stuff's real. It's not a joke or a coincidence or whatever. Yes, please pimp your page. This is one thing I've tried to do, is I try to approve people for their comments, users for their comments, and throw wrenches at people and stuff, so that you can put your links, because that way I don't have to. It's one less headache of, where did my comment go? Why can't I post a link? Once I see that you're not a crazy, no. It's just once I can get around to giving those out. How many cups of coffee? Not enough, actually. I've got this has been okay, I'm just about finished with it. And it was up to right about here. So I was just going to ask no, I guess I can rely on the Coke. And I don't mean anything but Coca-Cola. I'm not that kind of. No, did you hear Mickey? That's my youngest. She's here. Mickey, say hi to the good people. Hi. Say hello to the good people, child. Yeah, I am crazy. I've always been that way. And that was like a given. So I can be very proper when need be. That's the Virgo, hopping on board. But otherwise, it's Pisces all the way. And what else? And Sagittarius. That's probably really makes me kind of. Those seem to be the predominance. I'm just getting my cards ready. Yeah, Emma Presler is wanted out of Texas. Ooh, ooh, I don't know who she is. Suspected of double murder. Where is she? Okay, is going. Oh, yeah. She's suspected of double murder. Where is she? Is she going to be a serial killer? Ooh, I have a feeling. I just got yes, and I don't know anything about this case. Okay, but I am trying to do my homework with my mediumship and my skills of like not being afraid to be wrong and just saying what I get. And I'm getting bad vibes immediately from this. But who wouldn't? I mean, what you told me is terrible. I have a feeling she will be caught just off of nothing else other than my strong feeling. Be a peach, darling, and say hello. Just had to do that. I am perfectly, yeah. See, I don't need it. All I need is some caffeine, some sugar, water, my medical cannabis, and I'm good. I don't like anything else. I'm fine. Ah, now this is good. This is what I love about this. How when we do it this way, because you can say like twin flame, golden ascension here, pendulum, or your cards, whatever you're using. I don't care if you're using dowsing rods or, your middle. No, you can't have you doing the middle finger. Sorry, that's rude. Anyway, but you can let me know whether it confirms or if you get something different. And I don't want everything to be an echo chamber. If you get something different or something that adds more or something completely, I want it to be shared because I feel like it's a community reading at this point. That's what we're doing. Yeah, coffee, crime, and creepy places. Ooh, that's a good one. That one. Wow, 40 years. Yes. Dang. Ugh, and you're too hard on yourself. It's true. I'm the worst. I've had to learn how mean to like, and this is why I'm trying to help other people too. Is like if you stop and listen to the stuff you say to yourself, if you really like stopped everything and listened to it, you would never say that to your best friend. You would never say that to your child. And it's like, why do you say that to yourself? And it does bring you down. So, Cat always works with this. I'm not a criminal, LOL, but I would love to know if I will succeed in living on my own. I believe you will. I believe you'll have your scrapes, Chrissy, but you expect that. It's always going to be that way. Let's take a look with you. All right. I'm just going to grab you now. I feel like that's where I need to go. And I'm going to grab these other ones. Take Emma Presler. Somebody do that. Somebody that I threw a wrench at. And hold that, make sure I get to that. Put that question on the community wall. Thank you. That's what I meant to say. Let's take a look, Chrissy. I want to read on you, okay? Because I think this is meant to be, and I don't want fear to, and I know that you won't, but I don't want it to like ruin your enjoyment. And I know you're realistic, but you're meant to be on your own, and you're meant to have that experience now. God, what one extreme to the other, right? So it's about adapting. So let's take a look at you and adapting to your independence of your own space, because that's just what will be happening. That's all. And just think about you've had since day one to be adaptable to this world that is not built for people and not considered for those of us that have a mobility disability and other disabilities. It's, we exist in growing numbers as the society ages out. So things are going to be made more and more accessible and better as there's a market. Yeah, has to be a market, cha-ching. I'll probably be dead before that happens. Anyway, Chrissy, I'm looking at you. So I'm asking Spirit and my ancestors and yours, what does Chrissy need to know about living independently now on her own? What does she need to be aware of? The sun, I knew it. This is your time to shine. Stop that it. This is expand, breathe, have everything in different colors. Do that, whatever you want, This is about freedom and about you and self-expression. You finding self-expression from even a tea towel to the bathroom, making a space your own. I think you're going to love it. The Two of Cups. Oh, yeah. And you're going to have friends around. I don't, the numbers of, not, even if you don't have a great number of friends, I think you'll be establishing contact with a core number of people to come around. And I think you're going to love it. You're going to be so much happier. It's going to be so worth it. So don't even worry. Of course, you're going to succeed. Now, there's a struggle. And the biggest struggle is with your fears. And it's with the unknown. Of course, it's always that. And it's with uncertainty. But there comes a point where you have to say, stuff's uncertain. And if I will figure out a way. I will have to ask more people sometimes for help. I'll have to be careful about who I ask for help or look for arrangements of people that do that kind of work, etc. But you're going to be taking it on as empowerment of yourself, and you're more than capable of doing it. It's choices, and don't be afraid of choices. That's what it is. It's don't make it beat you down before you begin, because you're totally going to be successful. It's your fears, though, that hold you back. See, you just need to do the inner reflection from childhood, your past, all the obstacles in the past that have been thrown in your way, and how you know how to reflect and think about, and intuitively, it seems you have an ability. You have good intuition, Chrissy. Rely on it. Use it. Don't put it in doubt. Yeah? Look, communication. This is independence and self-mastery. This is what it's about, with temperance as well. Not in extreme. One extreme to the other. You'll need some structure. And how you figure that out and how much structure you need, you'll have to figure out making your own parameters. But I see you doing it. Look at you. You will thrive. Will you survive? Not only will you survive, you will thrive, Chrissy. Really, well and truly, you got this. Okay? Truly. I'm not just blowing smoke. All right? I think you needed to know that, because that's a big change. And I can understand why you would have those little, excited, but a little bit of anxiety. But just let it be what it is. If you feel it and let it go. It's normal. But you're going to thrive and you're going to open up and bloom and self-expression in ways that you didn't ever expect, in simple ways that mean so much because it's your freedom. So I think that's great, your freedom as a human being. And you'll do fine. You don't know what you're made of. You do know what you're made of. You just not had the opportunity like this to now put it to use in this situation. And you'll be just fine. And you'll be coming back here and telling us, I'm loving my new place. Seriously. So let's see. I'll go ahead. We've got some great questions. Yeah, boy, have we got some questions. All right. All right. Hey, Gypsy 7, Luna Light, Callie Suds, Nancy Vogel, Dean, Hermit's Corner, Sally L, Shiana Bra, Twin Flame Golden Ascension, Diva 369, Dozen Cats for Me, and let's see, somebody asked, I think deceased grandmother who passed away in 2013. I dreamt of her recently after many years. Thank you. I'll have to see if I can figure out who that was again. I didn't get the name on there. All right. All right. So first I'm going to start off with the one. I'm going to see if I can see the one that's been here the longest. Well, actually, that's going to be way too crazy. I'll start from the bottom up. All right. So we have Luna Light here. Does my grandma have a message for me? And then we have Gypsy. And we'll see how we go. All right. I always do this. Okay. All right. So let's see. Luna Light. Does my grandmother have a message for me? Okay, Luna Light. So I'm going to ask my guides to assist me to connect with Luna Light's grandmother. What do you want to share with Luna Light through the cards? I don't know why, but I'm seeing lemon trees or lemons. Like, was she fond of those? Was that a thing? And again, I'm happy to read on your questions. Thank you so much for leaving them on the pinned link at the top of the chat log. And I do have quite a few questions, so we'll see how it goes. I could probably go ahead and close it out. See how the voice holds. Okay, Luna Light. Grandmother. Yeah, I keep getting yellow and lemons. And sunlight. Okay, I'm getting the Hierophant. So this is about a tradition. A teaching that's a tradition, like from culture. And something successfully. Did you cook something successfully or do something successfully that is a traditional way? Because there's an acknowledgement of some kind of success. Yeah, I don't know why I kept saying that, but there's some acknowledgement of success to do with school or learning, or teaching, and typically more traditional, something of more of a traditional element, like you've mastered something. I'm not sure what this is. Maybe school related. Did you finish out, get a degree or something? Sure, Janet. Can you just cut and paste your question and stick it in the questions area? This is the Star Tarot. I'm sorry, I'm getting hit with sunlight, so I'm trying to hold these so you guys can see, but there's a bit of a glare, and I'm just going to do it in your eyes. Anyway, I don't know if you've just had where you've completed something with, like I said, a degree, or where you're gotten training or something here. It looks like an acknowledgement of an accomplishment of learning of some kind or teaching. And I'm getting some card of restraint with the 8 of Swords. That, the 10 of Swords. It's making me feel like being inside too much. I don't know if you've been studying or nothing recently, but she's talking about, I feel like the accomplishment here of some kind. And needing, I felt immediately when I looked at these cards of like somebody that's been maybe sitting inside too long, needs to get out, is getting antsy, needs to get out and move around, is kind of mentally going nuts, needs to, does that make any sense? Speaking at a child's school over their dumb, okay, no mass policy, okay. That was something that she was talking about. Let's see what else she wants to say about that. I think you're going to have some kind of success. You're going to manage something with that. You're going to have a victory with regard to it. Let's see, what else does she want to say? Lynn the Light, Grandma. She's saying she'll be there with you. She feels like this is like important. That's why she had that. Queen of Cups. Again, sorry about the lighting. The sun is starting to go down here. And the 10 of Pentacles. So this is you speaking to the greater populace, the 10 of Pentacles. And the 9 of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles. I think something about the environment, a standard. Oh yeah, you're dealing with real bullies. The 5 of Swords, or it makes it feel futile with the public because of this defiance that they have in the public realm. So here's the school again, the 8 of Pentacles. And justice. They have to make a decision, and they'll have to make a fair decision. I think you'll get it going more toward your way than not. Yeah. There's going to be more than one person involved with this. It might get bumped up due to your involvement. So she wants to acknowledge that you will be successful and in what you're trying to do. Yes. And she thinks it's important. And it's really important because some people don't know how this is going to potentially even save someone from getting ill or experiencing a misfortune that they didn't need to experience. I think that this is very important that you do that and that you know that, so that when you go in there, know in your mind, and just ask Spirit to help you say whatever it is you need to say so that you can convey how important this is, because it's something about in the way that you will be reaching out and the work that you're doing that way that I think is very meaningful and will have an impact of making a fair decision come about. Okay. All right. Okay. Now, oops, I always do this. Always. All right, there we go. All right, Gypsy 7, how does Scorpio feel about me? Okay. Copy. The school will not budge unless they all die. It looks like it's going to get bumped up, Luna. And I think it's going to go, you're going to make it go to a higher authority. That's all I can say. I don't care if you have to jump up and down, to get it done, but make it go to do what you got to do, but know that your grandmother's going to be with you. Thank you, Arlene. Hello. So nice to see you. I know it's funny. It's when I edit and I look back, I like seeing it too. I like light. Okay, so now I'm going to shift gears. I'm going to take a look at Gypsy 717. How does Scorpio feel about me? Let's see. How does Scorpio feel about Gypsy 417? I'm sorry, 717. I think Spirit knows who I mean, though. So I asked Spirit, what is the message that Gypsy needs with regard to Scorpio? What do they think of them? Okay. Scorpio looks at like changes and plans of some kind. I'm sorry. Sometimes it's better not even just to put it up or to put it over this way. That way the camera doesn't grab at it. All right, there we go. So there's rearrangement or change of plans, it looks like. It's dust, trust. It's dust. I have high ceilings. But there might be some orb activity, but most of this is dust. An orb, you can tell the difference. But with a crappy camera. This camera's all right. This is a pretty good one. So we have the 7 of Pentacles and the 5 of Pentacles. I think there's something about a change of plans, maybe having to change plans because of health or not feeling good. And I don't know if this is an issue that's going on, if you need to understand that maybe that they're going through health issues or something, and if they're not feeling well, they may need to change different how they live or something. There's something about everybody sneezing. There is something about so much pollen in the air. It's pollen. It's not orbs. It's pollen. I keep the windows open during the day too. So there's some kind of change. And I just feel like somebody's not as physically healthy as they were. There's some kind of, or there might be a downgrade being experienced economically that they're acknowledging when they think of you. I'm not sure. But I see that this person needs some kind of change or help. They feel like you need maybe more help than they can give. In the way of maybe support. I just don't think that, I think that there's somebody else coming in. I feel like this is the universe bringing you somebody else, or bringing this person, if it's them, to you. Because I do get that support, this offer of support. I think they really care about you. And I think that they worry that they're not able to either financially do the job, or physically there might be, have some kind of concern because they're not feeling so great or having a downturn. I don't know if that makes any sense to you, but I think that they really actually love you. But there looks like there's something that they have a concern that they need to make changes in their life for something that can change, and it could be health or finance. Queen of Cups, and you just need to see it from a different point of view. It's not personal. It is, they feel things, and they're coming from a very receptive, where they're taking in what you're saying or their feelings in the feminine form. I know that sounds crazy, but it's just more receptive, that they really feel. They're so sensitive. They just need to look at this from a different perspective. So they need to, I think, maybe they need to definitely adjust something. I'm not quite sure what's going on here, but they love you. It's just that they need to have time, and I feel like an adjustment of view with something. Just give them that, because I see the love is there, and I see spirit is there. They have to work out some issues. That 5 of wands and that 7, they have to kind of grow up. They've got to get a bit of an inner strength to handle this and make this change, and they're meant to do it. Just give them a bit of time. I feel like I know what I'm saying. I have no idea. Oh, thank you guys. Softer look, but my last makeup was too hard. Anyway, that's what I get. So I feel like Scorpio definitely loves you. They just need time and to adjust to a situation that's changing, where they just have to learn how to be more adaptable. And one thing that Scorpio is not very good at is, like, they're kind of like cats. If you change the litter box, they're going to be very pissed. They don't like changes that come in, whether they have any say in them, especially, you know what I'm saying. Scorpios are like cats. They just don't like change. It pisses them off. And they need time to adjust and get through their feelings, because they have just so much emotion to, like, work through, if that makes sense. Yes, he does have, and he'll do it. I mean, because he loves you. I see that there with that 2 of Cups. It's like you're his bae. So just hold tight. Don't worry about it. Give him space, show him love. But in the meantime, busy yourself with what you need to do, and just give them the space that they need to breathe, because that is what they need. I know this because I have many Scorpios in my family, and you just need to give them space and let them think, and then come back around to you, because he will definitely come back around. He just needs, so just have that understanding. Don't be afraid of it. Okay? Yeah, tell me about it. My kitty, we had to get her a larger litter box. Guess who's getting to clean up pee pads off the floor? Me. And and Mickey all the time. And so it's like, oh man, please. So now I've got to work with trying to get Bear back on track. So just think about that metaphor. Okay? And everything will be all right. He's going to stick around. Just has to, that's kind of their way. And it's kind of freaks people out a little bit, because it's like, but they're so intense. It's just, you got to give them space to get through their feelings. Okay. Callie says, will I be getting surgery soon? I'm going Friday, and I don't know if I will be, approved by insurance. Okay, I have a feeling you will. I just got yes, but that's again without the cards. That's just something that really felt clear to me. Sorry, but let's just take a look, because you know what? I could be wrong. I don't, well, we'll take a look. Callie Suds, let me dial into you. Callie Suds. I take it with your name, you're in Cali. Callie Suds. Let's just see. Does Callie Suds have a surgery that will go ahead on Friday? See, it's really important how we, and many times I don't just do one reading. Like I've said, I do a number of them till I feel like I'm getting angles. So these are quick mini reads. So I just do kind of compress and try and do the best I can. So I may not always be right, really, truly, and that's okay. But I'm just saying what I think. All right, let's see what we get. We get the 8 of Pentacles. Is there school? Wisdom. Something being shared. Okay, looking into something here. This makes me feel like there's going to be a doctor looking at something, over something. Looking at details. Prince of Wands, that's an energetic card. Ooh, I have got to do all kinds of games right now with this light. And the 6 of Pentacles, there is something that you need seeing to, though. And it's not... Okay, I see that there's been an issue ongoing here. It looks like 9 of Wands, 10 of Wands, and you don't want to wait until you get to the point that things are so bad. You know, you don't want to go from the 9 to the 10 where it's just like, okay, that's too much. Heavy burden. There's going to be a delay. I see a delay. The Hanged One and the 7 of Wands. They might want to see something be stronger, or some boundary, something be clear, more clarified about what they want to do, or there's a detail. Okay, so there's a delay on it. And there's some, maybe a different point of view. There might be another, they might want to get the perspective of the insurance company, you know, that's what it looks like. So it looks like definitely some kind of a delay here, but there's also something here with something that you need to be aware of, where I think a part of you is getting worn. I don't know if it's a hip or what it is, but I feel like it's repetitive strain or bearing or something. Blood work? Why did I feel like that? Probably because my own. Sorry. Let me look at that. But, you know, it's like a strength, getting numbers up. It could be like your blood count. Do you have anemia or anything like that? Just by chance, I'm just curious. Because like it could be, if you have anemia, it could be about getting your red cells up, or getting cells, you know, getting that kind of thing up. And if it is like something with an anemia, yeah, a fractured nose. Oh, ouch. You can't breathe. Oh, that's not a joke. And that makes everything exhausting. To eat, to do anything. I'm so sorry. From your right nostril. It does look like there is some kind of a delay. And then, then this is interesting. And then I feel like you get a green light with the 3 of Wands. Yes. And you get active with that King of Wands and the Three of Wands. You might get a referral or something like that. This feels like this is a very capable individual. It feels like a surgeon to me. Because I felt like bone. That maybe it's with the cartilage and stuff. But it's in the nose. Who knew? It will go ahead. So I think that it does show you might still have a little bit of a delay by this Friday. But then I do see it some kind of a going through, maybe through with a different doctor or something. Ace of Wands and the Chariot, and it will be successful. And you are going to feel like, great. This is a really good result. This to me just makes me feel like, it's really making me feel like the cardiovascular ability of inhaling. And it's successful. Yeah. Oh, and a world of difference. Yeah. Success. But there might be a choice between, I don't know, is it a choice between two places or doctors or something? I don't know, but don't worry. There's going to be a little of a delay, and then it'll go through with a really, it looks like competent person, and you will look darling. You know, I just tell them what you want, you know, let them know I wanted this to look, you know, symmetrical to my face. Let's just see it really quick. I think you're going to have amazing results because you got the Chariot, sis. That means they negotiate any obstacles. Oh, it's okay. You're going to be fine. I've had so many surgeries, it's not even funny. This will be okay. And I see you have the Ace. You had that Three of Wands, the Ace of Wands, and then you had the Chariot. So it'll be great. You're going to be a great result, a success. You'll be pleased, and you're going to be like, the weight of the world has been lifted from my shoulders. I can literally breathe. You're going to have so much more energy. It's going to be making life so much easier for you rather than, you know, seriously. That's just got to be a pain in the arse. So I see that going well. So when it does go, it'll go well. You'll have a good result. You know, let me know how that, if it comes this Friday and they say, let me know. But I do see like some sort of a delay, and then I see it going through, and maybe kind of quickly they might be able to find somebody that's open that can do that kind of a corrective job, and you're going to appreciate the results. You will get the work, follow what they say, and it looks like it'll turn out good. Because when you get the Chariot, that's good. You want to see that. That's success. So yes, you will, and it will be successful eventually. But yes, there is a delay. All right. So now I'm going to go on to Nancy Vogel. All right. Thank you all who are joining. I really appreciate you joining in. Yeah, can you imagine sleeping with a broken nose? No. Oh my God. You would not, America, this is the place where you go bankrupt if you have any kind of health problem. It's horrible, horrible. Should be a human right, not a luxury. Yeah, you probably would. You'll get all that stuff lined up, and it'll get sorted. And it looks like because of the Wands energy, it just felt like somebody that was like, you know, and then like when it's on, and it gets done. And this surgeon, I think, is like, knows the business and does it successfully, and you have a good result. but I do see you just need to, something needs a different perspective, another view with the insurance. I don't know. Then it goes through. Okay. So Nancy Vogel, I'm going to look at your daughter's health and bless your daughter. So I know she's dealing with a very hard struggle. I have my candles going. I got my selenite tower lit. I'm stripy with the sun going down here. I'm going to be dark. I'm going to have to beg somebody to come in and turn on the lights. Now that it's getting darker sooner. All right. Nancy Vogel's daughter. I want to see what spirit and the ancestors wish to share with Nancy about her daughter and her well-being. Nancy Vogel's daughter. Message from Spirit concerning her daughter's health. Mickey, can you turn on these lights? Here on the side? Yeah, because I'm going to go, yeah, that one and that one. Yeah, that's better. Ah. All right, the Fool. So there's a new start, or there might be something new coming up. Let's see what this, and I think to do with treatment. There might be a new treatment. And this is something I think that they may bring forward to say, this might be something you're interested in, that could be of help. Definitely. Looks like there's something new for her condition, because it could be pain dealing to cope with something going on. Okay. Now there's some hidden elements here with the High Priestess and Judgment. And there's things that they're not willing to tell me. And there's also things that the Spirit is holding here, because it has to do with your daughter's own accountability, her life. So I'm going to respect that. And just know that the message to you is that it's in hand. The universe has her back. And that there are certain things that they're just going to say, no, Maya, that's not where we're going to allow you to have information. So they're just going to stop me right there and just say, there's some things we can give you and some things we can't. And the one thing they can give me is that there's going to be some kind of assistance to help her better cope, I think, and be more comfortable, something new. And then they're kind of saying, and that's kind of all we're going to share with you. There's some things that we can't share here because they're karmic. So I'm going to respect that. But it's definitely Spirit is with her. This is definitely, she's got a powerful feeling of Spirit around her that is like supportive and cheering her on. Ace of Swords, something's definitely going to be helpful. And she'll have more energy. I think what they will share with me is something, clarity and more stamina, if that makes sense. Okay. So greater clarity, more energy is a feeling. Because I get 2 8s, so it's very active. And I feel like the treatments that they are administering or giving. Does that make any sense? Excuse me, I'm starting to lose my voice now. Gosh darn it. I don't like to do that loud. I like to be able to mute it, but I can't mute it here. And then there will be something that is sudden, okay? But I want you to, they're saying, release certain things with this to her spirit. She's serving something very powerful here, with what she's going through, and it's karmic. It is a highly. They won't let me see certain things because she's doing something here that is highly karmic for her. That I'm being shown limited amount. And sweetheart, yeah, this is important. I know this is so hard for you as a mother, and my heart and soul just go out to you. And I uplift your baby. I always think of her. I do. Every time it's actually helpful. You know, I wouldn't be able to make my socks match, but I will remember things like that because it's hard. You know. So I want you to know every day when you guys are asking, please, and if you ever need to, just pop it on my wall on any place, you know, and I can throw up a wall for more people to add stuff. Yeah, sometimes I've heard that before, that when you cough, you're actually clearing energy. So that can be a good, yeah. And then also sometimes it's just me and my darn scratchy post-nasal drip driving me crazy. Excuse me. Now I'm going to do something horrible and drink some Coca-Cola. Guilty pleasure. It's a weekend. I don't drink alcohol anymore, but I do like to have a Coca-Cola at the weekend. A cold one. All right, so let's see. I'm going to get the next question, and that is Dean's question. All right. And what is Spirit's insight in how to settle my conflicts at work? Okay. I know it's very hard. So just make sure that you are getting a lot of spiritual food, Nancy, because it takes it out of you as a mother. And I know I don't have to tell you. I just want to remind you to make sure that you're taking care of you too, the best you can. Know that we're here for you, okay? Really, we are. And much love, honey. Okay. I'm just afraid if I take that second antihistamine. Oh, I pray for her every day, Nancy. I do. It's in my head. And I have a box of candles. That's how many candles I go through. Excuse me, that soda pop. You're tired, creative, intuitive? Okay. You're listening, Dean. Good. Sorry, it takes me a minute to dial in here. All right. So let's look at Dean's situation here with work. And I'm going to dial in, Dean, to your ancestors with the Most High and ask, how should Dean handle conflicts at work? What is a way that he's maybe not thought of or just needs to be mindful of in dealing with, and other people too? I mean, this is so applicable to dealing with conflicts at work. The best way. This is a question that answers for a lot of people. Well, it calls for radical transformation and a change and an end in the way that you respond or don't respond. Okay? It's like a new you. And Princess of Pentacles. It feels like someone's very childish. Oh, Nancy. It's okay, honey. It's okay. Be all right. And have a good cry. Because sometimes you need to do it. Sometimes you just need to get it out. and it's when we don't and we bottle it up, that's the worst. So let it cry, get it out, permission to cry. We do that to ourselves. I do that to myself too. So please allow yourself that. And definitely, we'll all be envisioning your daughter. She's just surrounded by this glow. When I pictured her, I see this glow of energy around her. Okay, so yeah, there's something really childish at work going on here, Dean. I get the Fool. So someone, don't take any big risks. Don't be naive. Don't go to that level. You do work with children. Okay. And the Star, be inspiring. Go to the inspiration level. And if somebody's being childish, a grown up, that is, I don't know if there's going to be somebody that's leaving maybe with the death card. That's a possibility. But there may be some changes also. And also, the Fool is something new. So there's take maybe the chance here in the positive way, with the Star, of going more of the higher realm and seeing the bigger picture. Like almost I felt like almost like if you get an objective view, if you get shot up, like, please don't do this, but like pop out of your body, like, and you'd have like, when you look down at the situation, like objectively, like if you could see yourself on film doing this, kind of that thing. That's the perspective that they're giving me. Pop out from the immediate and try to look at the whole thing with this person, because somebody is way, but I feel like there's an adult that's way childish here about something. What is going on? There's some kind of unnecessary restraint, and it's going to give. It's not. Just somebody's way too uptight. Way too uptight. And it's they're what they're doing at work is not helpful, and it's not authentic. So there's going to be big changes at work. There's going to be endings, sudden endings for some people. I think you're going to see a change in personnel. Seriously. Prince of Swords and Nine of Pentacles. And then I think the children's well-being comes first and foremost, is what these cards are saying. This is interesting. Some big changes, something dramatic is going on, and it's going to really open up. Does that make any sense, Dean? Oh, I think they're going to go. I think they're going to go. I think they're going to find out something about them. If that's the case, there's something to your bad vibe, Phil, because I see an ending and it's sudden with that Tower. God, this is sometimes my kind of abduction card. Now, not to say that this is someone going around abducting people. That's ridiculous. But maybe they're either really uptight, or they've got some kind of hang up, or hopefully they didn't try and stalk someone or like that kind of thing. Let me see what else I get with that Eight of Swords. They're very controlling. There are changes with personnel in the works. Yeah, I'll say. Hope not me. No. You're fine. I'm looking away. I'm looking away from you. I'm looking at the people that you work with. I'm not looking at you. I'm looking like at everybody but you. Okay. Who's around you? What's going to happen with them? And I'm shown changes. Some people will come, some will go. Definitely going to have that dude go, that person. There's something to it. That's all I'm going to say. To whatever it is that you're picking up that's negative, and I feel like they find out, maybe somebody, word gets back, and like it's like, oh no, this person cannot stay here, and whew, I feel like they're gonna bounce. It might be like they could have had abuse charges or something, allegedly for entertainment purposes only. Ugh. But the strength card and the 10 of Swords, it's not a, I don't like that. They're dark, and it's oppressive to other people. Somebody that's so controlling, there's a dark side to that person. And I think they've got a bit of a past that follows them around. You hate who you're becoming because I think that's going to change. Let's look at, thank you so much, Callie Suds. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. I mean, I have no problem. I like to read the cards, and I like to be able to work and earn the way that I can. Obviously, I'm paraplegic. I'm not going to go dig ditches, but this is one way that I can to try to help my family. And it means something, even if it's only $100. That's, what I make. That's okay. That's a lot of effort, and it's the work that I put in, and it makes me feel really good as a person for my family. So I appreciate being able to work. Okay, let's take a look with Dean. How are things going to go for Dean? Things can get better for Dean with Dean at work. Are they going to get these stinky people that are problematic out of here? Because that person did not have good cards. They did not. And we don't need to go into anything salacious. You can just see it. How are things going to get better for Dean? Yes, Temperance. They need to work it out, Dean. Give them a chance to work it out, and keep bringing it forward. Don't stop. Keep bringing it forward. Whatever it is that you're complaining about, or that you're concerned about, bring it forward, because they're listening. And they're wanting to adjust something. They will be wanting to adjust and make things right. I think you're going to see a real switcheroo in interest in making sure that they don't hire somebody like that again. Okay? Yeah. They could be down for domestic violence or something like that, even. But I think that this is like fighting the good fight and winning. So even though you feel like you're not being heard, keep fighting, see? Because you're going to win with that 6 of Wands. This person needs to go. They are not good. And there you are. There's my Dean card. Hi, Dean. Hi, Maya. How are you? You're looking well. Thanks. Dean and I are dorks. So, hey, Azazel. Oh, you're so sweet. You know what? It's to me, it's always, even if it's like $2, it's fine. That means so much, because it's coming from here, and it's like you took the time to do that, and it means more than that. So thank you. You're signifying to me that you support me, and I appreciate that, and my content. So Dean, it's going to work out. All I can do is say, keep enduring. You're tough. Keep fighting, because they're gonna they're gonna see sense. They're gonna see sense in this, and this guy's gonna hit the road. They're not gonna want to hire someone like that again. I think they're gonna be like, wow, that was a mistake to hire this person. That does show up. My teaching partner and kids are as stressful as it feels toxic. Yeah. Well, you change that dynamic. It's so important to have the right people in place, because the dynamic, you get the wrong person in there, and it goes, it's the baby Ruth in the swimming pool. Everybody wants out. So just don't worry. It's going to work out, but definitely keep voicing your concerns because you need to do that. It's important. Okay, Sally L. Wants me to look at the general mood in the Biden and Harris camps. All right. I haven't done a political read in a while, so. There we go. Okay. What is the general mood in the Biden and Harris camps? So I'm dialing in and I'm tapping Joe Biden and Kamala Harris's guides on the shoulder. And I'm saying, hey, hey, what can you guys tell me? What's it like? What's the spirit? What's the morale like in the camp here? Yes, I agree, Diane. The Wheel of Fortune, they want to make big change. This is also the time for them to throw in the game changers. Things that now is the time to, if you're going to make a change, to really if you're going to make a change, then it better be worth it, all the effort to go through it. So I see them, this is serious. And to me, there's energy that it feels like it's behind them. So it's like propelling them forward. He looks successful. And this is the emperor. So that's Biden. There's having some kind of success. I feel like he gets good luck. Wheel of Fortune. That looks positive. And then we get the Empress and the Three of Wands. We get the Emperor and the Empress. We get a nice balance. Look at that. It's freaking gorgeous. Remember the cards I used to pull for Trump? How horrible and dark. God, that was so vomit worthy. I'll still read on them from time to time, but not often. I don't like to put one bit of my energy toward that man. Not psychically either. But look at that. That is balance. They're working on bringing in some big changes, and they are looking to expand our economy with that 3 overseas, that 3 of Wands. I see them getting us energized. They look like they're ready to rock and roll. Take a look at that. And they're going to be very successful, it looks like to me. It's like, yeah. They've got Wheel of Fortune, okay, the Emperor, okay, and then the Empress. So that's 3 out of 4 are major arcana. And then the 3, the expanding with the 3 of Wands in the minor. So this is economy, wealth of a nation, also health of a nation, and putting the feminine back into this country. Leadership. This is women leading more ways. It just feels like punch in a positive way for the nation, for everybody. Now, there's people playing games wanting to fight and throw deflections out and that kind of crap. They're still going to deal with that, but they got to do that and at the same time advance us forward. So they got this. It's like they're trying to, bathe the cat. Yes. Everything, if you're going to do something difficult, a cat will be involved. If it comes to anything of like trying to go up against their will, good luck. Now there's something with this fighting and deflection. There's some deceit. I know you wouldn't believe, but that something is not, there's deceit. That something that they're doing with fighting and deflecting, I think the GOP, there's some kind of deceit going on. Shock. No, no. But you know what? This little delay thing, that's going to have to be like, that's going to be like over. It's like you want to drag this stuff out. Well, we're going to look at something from a different perspective, but there's not going to be any more delaying something. They're going to have, and there'll be more people working together. I see a woman that brings, I feel like, different party people across the aisle. So I think they're going to do very well, actually, despite the amount of crap that they get flung at them. Okay? That was really interesting. Nice to read something positive for a change in politics. Okay, that was a great question, Sally L. All right, Sheena Bra. This is on Elysia Lamb. Now, this case, I can't remember. I know I've read off camera. I thought I did one on camera, but sure, I'll throw cards. A lot of people still struggle with the whole thing of her ending up in that water tower. And it is strange. I don't think anybody says, hey, that's all right. Yeah, that makes sense now. I'm also then going to look at the Jeff Davis 8 and Diva's question, and then Dozen Cats. And then I'm going to check with the deceased grandma that passed away in 2013. So we have still quite a bit yet to come, but I'll finish it out and we'll enjoy that. Hopefully. Okay. All right. So now I'm going to change up. And I should have taken that extra for all the trouble it's causing me. You know what? I'm just going to bring in some. You know what I'm going to bring in? I'm going to bring on board the Queen Alice. This one, Dom Darcy's Dean. I got her. Isn't she pretty? She goes with my color today, my rose. Dean made me want to get this deck because I had her other one, and I really like it. All right. All right, so let's use the Queen Alice Tarot. And if you guys are always curious, ever curious about what deck I'm using, most of the time I try to make sure, I have to fix this one. Always keep a glue stick handy for your cards. If you shuffle like I do and dog ear them and mess them all up, you want to glue it down. I need to grab a paper clip at some point. Anyway, what was I going to say? Anyway, this deck is really nice if you don't mess them up like I do. Okay, now I got glue on my hands. Okay, my daughter, when she blows her nose, it sounds like a trumpet. Okay, Elysia Lamb. All right. So I'm going to ask Spirit, what do we need to know about Elysia Lamb's case? Did somebody put her in that water tower, basically? Did someone take advantage of the fact that she was having mental health crisis? Because she definitely was. There were a number of people that were complaining about her behavior. Poor thing. Okay. Did someone put Elysia Lamb in the water tower at the Cecil Hotel, right? That's the name of the place. So I'm asking Spirit, ancestors, did someone help her into that tank? Was there another person there? I get the 8 of Pentacles. This is like learning and skills. All right. And work. So, could this be somebody at the place? Let's see what comes along with that. No, that's not good. The 5 of Pentacles. Yes. So this is interesting. Okay. The first thing I'm being shown is the 8 of Pentacles and the 5 of Pentacles. And this shows me a decline that I feel like was picking up with her regarding medication and not taking it. And I think she was progressively getting worse. Okay. Getting sicker with that 5 of Pentacles and the crying and more unstable. I also think that she was having hallucinations. I get that. From the minute that I saw the footage, and then just intuitively, I could feel like in her headspace. Knight of Pentacles, this could be her. And the Page of Swords. Yeah, her seeing things. And she was spooked by what she was seeing. I think she was having hallucinations because I don't think she was taking her medication the right way, in the right order, or there was I feel like you're supposed to, you know how you're supposed to take medications, especially for mental health, you have to have a certain amount in your system. Well, I'm getting there's something here with that. Okay. So unfortunately, we have a person here that's not doing so well. They're very vulnerable. The mentally ill are the most vulnerable people. Okay. And Ace of Swords and the 3 of Wands. She wanted clarity on something. She wanted to look out higher as well. This has something to look out further with that 3 of Wands and have clarity. So I think she was seeing some things, and maybe she went up to that area because she felt like somehow she would have more clarity of view for some reason. I mean, who's to say? Who's to know? She was not doing well. I do get a King of Cups that feels like he got away with something. 6 of Wands. I don't like that. It could have been somebody that was working there. That would fit for me with these cards, with the 8 of Pentacles, because that's work. So there could have been somebody that saw her and realized she was hallucinating. But I think she was trying to understand what she was seeing, or what she thought she was seeing. I don't like to stay in her energy too long this way because her energy's not, it's really uncomfortable for me. She's very confused. So there's this feeling like she was wanting clarity about something that she was seeing, like to know. Let me see. And then there may have been someone that was there that was messing with her. Somebody that worked there or who did work for the place. Even it could have been somebody that was kind of living there, and then maybe, I don't know, did they have somebody that they would allow to do some work around the place or something like that? Because I kind of get that feeling about this guy, this King of Cups, probably has an addiction, mental health issues himself. He may have seen that there was an opportunity because she was vulnerable and hallucinating and on a high area. He may have followed her out there. I don't know. But there's something there. There's something there. There's definitely a King of Cups who feels successful, and that's weird to get. So I think there were a few things going on, and that's usually, yeah, me too, Dean. My head began to spin, like I felt nauseated because it's just the way she was trying to think, and like I just feel like she was struggling to keep a toehold on reality. Yeah, it hurt. I think so. I agree, Callie said. Totally think she was wide open. And she was definitely seeing things. I especially get that vibe off of this. You guys take a look. Just look and relax your gaze and see if you don't pick that up too. You know when she's looking around the door and she's like trying to, like, if you saw something that looked like this, wouldn't you go, oh my God? And look at the figure down below. She's like the distress of her arms up like that. I think she was not, I think she was like in between realities. And just kind of like, it's really uncomfortable feeling, like Dean said. I feel like her brain was just fragmented. Yeah, this one is not you. This is not a nice King of Cups. This is a King of Cups that's somebody that's deceptive. I'm getting. Yeah, 8 of Cups, abandonment, and left her there. So I think somebody was there, actually, and I think watching her, maybe interacting with her, maybe playing. It sounds kind of cruel, but I don't know. Were they playing into the fact that they knew that they could see that she was clearly having some kind of hallucinatory problems? I kind of think they did understand that and were playing into this somehow. And it may have been so simple as just to kind of allow her to kind of lead the way, but do something. Yeah, I got the throbbing head thing too. So I do get an adult male out there, and I'm being shown somebody that has a connection to work. And I think work at the place. I think either he's maybe living there and working there, that kind of thing, or it could be somebody that didn't live there and was just somebody that worked there. But I feel like he feels like he totally got away with something there because her mental health was jeopardized, and it's been able to just kind of be put down as that. He definitely looks like someone that kind of played into what he saw was going on there. And just kind of like a cat that knocks over. Again, I keep going back to it. Like, when you see those videos of the cat and the person puts the glass of water down, they say, okay, Fluffy, leave that cup alone. And what's Fluffy do? Knocks it right over. It's this kind of thing too. The Humpty Dumpty. This is her head. And she needed help. She needed someone to get her assistance. People, if they're guilty of anything there, they should have called the police to help her because she was having an episode. And so that she wouldn't be preyed upon. I tell you, as I said, people with mental health issues are the easiest, unfortunately, to take advantage of. And I think that happened. And I think I don't think he did very much. I think he just kind of allowed her to do whatever she was doing. And I don't know. I think he just saw an opportunity, did what he did, and felt like he got away with it. And I feel like he's got problems too. Yeah, the Mad Hatter, somebody, they get poisoned by the mercury, right? I feel like it's somebody that uses, and they've got brain damage from That's why I said maybe they live there and do some work for the place. Maybe they throw some work their way or something. And they would never think that this person would do it, or I don't know. There's some dude there. Yeah, the water. You noticed that too. I think she was encouraged a bit. I don't know. Or somebody maybe if she jumped in, maybe they closed the lid. Maybe she was just curious and jumped in and they just saw her that she was there and went over and put the lid and closed it and walked away. I definitely get them walking away. 8 of cups. They left her like that. That's weird. Now, I have never seen it that clear before. Yeah, she really struggled, the poor thing. She really did. And, I have children that have issues. So when I see that, it just hurts for me to read on her because she was not well. She was vulnerable. It makes me angry. Somebody should have, if I would have been working at that hotel, I would have said, that is somebody that is having a mental breakdown, Yes. That's never going to get any better. They're just shifting them around. They got to address the problem and actually invest in our society and care and not make health be a luxury. But don't get me started. All right. Now I'm going to look at the Davis 8. Okay. And then Diva and Dozen Cats. Yeah. It is. She's the one thing to know is that she is free from that now. That hotel's disgusting. Don't go there, people. Don't even. It's like the curiosity that you have with things that are a bit macabre. It's just know that they're macabre and don't trash your energy by going to the dirty place. California, I'm in California. Just ships people around. They do. That's all they do. That's all they do anywhere in this country. Since the 80s, when Reagan got let out, closed down institutions that were at least, and those were poorly run. They have got to put the money into it, and they have got to put the money into our society. It's our money, damn it. Yeah, it's closed right now. Absolutely, Diana. They're going to come to find that out. They will. They're going to learn in the end that you do not take the shortcut. That you have to invest in your society and then you thrive. Can't be like so tight and greedy, wanting and like they do. They got to learn to give back. Both of those parties need work. All right. Hi. How are you? Shathagi 63. He did ask me. I had just ugh. All right. So let's take a look at the Jeff Davis 8. All right. Now, for those of you that are not familiar, all right, I opened it up. Yeah, here's the Jeff Davis 8. Let me get this link for you guys. Copy. Let's go paste. Wait a minute. Okay. There's a link so that you guys can click on it too if you want. Yeah, look what the message is. You got people everywhere. They just shift them around. What they need to do is address the problem. The mental health issues, medications, health care as a basic right. These people, it's terrible that they should be on the streets. They're vulnerable. And they put people at risk and the rest of us in danger as well as themselves. But don't get me started because, gosh, we'll be here forever. Okay, so the Jeff Davis 8, here's a little background. The Jeff Davis 8, sometimes called the Jennings 8, refers to a series of unsolved murders in the Jefferson Davis Parish of Louisiana. Between 2005 and 2009, the bodies of 8 women were found in swamps and canals surrounding Jennings, Louisiana. Most of the bodies were found in such a state of decomp as to make the actual cause of death difficult to determine. Ethan Brown is a journalist or investigative reporter, has revealed how police investigations have been plagued by missteps in the sheriff's office. It's familiar. This sounds like Tom Brown's case. Contributing to lost or missing evidence. Brown's work has revealed that there are multiple suspects in the Jeff Davis 8 case, and that therefore it is unlikely that it is a single serial killer case. Furthermore, Brown has revealed that law enforcement's own witnesses have named members of local law enforcement as suspects in the case. All right, let's stop at that point. That gives us enough. Oh, they found a leg in the lake Buena Vista. Ooh, gross. We always get bits of feet and stuff washing up on our beach. I'm just south of San Francisco. Ugh. Yeah. Rumor is the Jeff Davis 8 were killed and connected to a corrupt jail and sex and drugs ring. Okay. So let's just see. Let's ask, is the premise that law enforcement officials are involved correct in this case? Are these the suspects? Are they all involved in the law? I'm getting not all. That's just what's coming to me. But many of them are, I'm thinking. But let's see what the cards are going to say. And again, this is alleged for entertainment purposes only. This is an entertainment channel. I agree. Twin flame golden ascension. Let's see what I get. I'm getting hot now. I get strength. All right. Somebody definitely putting other people through it. Queen of Wands. This makes me feel like the sex workers. I'm being shown. And yeah, I think that they were strong arming the women. Ace of Swords. Yes. Two of Swords. Keeping silent. Silencing people too that know. So they didn't just kill people but they also killed people that they thought knew or were getting too close. I don't know how accurate that might be, but it's just a feeling I'm getting there. Okay, the first one was the Strength and the Queen of Wands. It feels like it's really about putting other people, women in particularly, abusing them. Ace of Wands, Two of Swords. So some of that might eventually get leaked. There are secrets that people are being quiet. There are people that know stuff, definitely, that are choosing not to speak at this time, probably for their own safety. But there's going to be clarity when the time comes. Yeah, Knight of Swords. There are law enforcement involved. That's my swords cards are my law enforcement. And yeah, this isn't good. The Magician. This is where they are manipulating information and saying, "Oh, I don't know ever what you mean." They're manipulating things and making things look like something they are not. It's really a dangerous group of people that have the ability to turn it around on you. That's probably why other members of law enforcement haven't been willing to come forward. I think they know just enough other people just to rip out the rug from underneath people that try to put them in position to have to be accountable. Four of Wands, this is the public. And the Ten of Pentacles, there's money. They're making money off the public. It's so gross. They're using the public, the sex workers, the drugs, all of that, I feel like. Just totally using the public instead of serving the public well-being. Very corrupt. The Tower. Something's going to come down. Yep, and the Nine of Wands. This is about abuse and being abusive to the public. Probably sex workers and people that they manage, the communities. Here we have the Four of Pentacles. This is about greed and control and wanting power and wanting to secure that and not ever let it go. These are scary. And with women, with the Empress, you are chattel. You are something to be made a product of, that I can pimp you out. That's the feeling I got from this. The very dim view of women, that women are to be controlled. Yeah, it's that really sick mentality. It's all about money and wealth and power and holding it. And the Five of Cups is mourning and grieving. And the Three of Pentacles, more than one, yes. They've been killing people within that community. More than one is definitely true. Possibly a nod to the number 3. That always seems to come up, but definitely more than one. The Two of Cups, dealing with that love connection. And the World, ending the journey. So I think taking them and using them for their own pleasure. Is it safe to ask? Let's see. Let me ask, is Kevin McCarthy involved? All right, I don't know who it is, but I will ask. And again, this is alleged for entertainment purposes only. Okay. Yeah, it could be a collaboration. Is that what you're saying on the part of these people, Dean? Oh, I am. Sorry. I am. I really am. I had a repairer, though. I've already screwed it up. Yeah, it's Louisiana. But there's definitely some corrupt people involved that I think know enough, have enough reach, that people are wise to be careful. Because you got to, if there are policemen and women, perhaps, well, however the way they identify, whatever, that know and don't want to come forward, take that as a sign that maybe it's, I see somebody waiting until they can come forward with this, and it's not safe yet. So let's see about this person that you're asking about, this Kevin. Let's see what the cards will say. About their connection. We get the Six of Pentacles. So a part of helping it, giving money, giving support, assisting, intervening. Yeah, and maybe with the drugs. Look, drink me. She's holding the drink me bottle. Or substances that are, mind altering. Definitely some drug angle. Look at him putting it in her hand. Whoa. That's why I like this deck. It's like that. Just, I felt that one. Knight of Pentacles and the Ten of Cups. Pleasure. Using young people that are out on the street like they're disposable. It's all for pleasure and fantasy. Physical, fantasy. Physical-based fantasy. And then we get the card. So, yeah, I think so. Lovers. They're engaged in that behavior. There's some link. Oh, so it's a strong drug angle, and that's in California too. Oh, Bakersfield 3 case. Yes, that's right. That was definitely a drug angle. There's something kind of similar. It looks like kind of going on here. Oh, thank you so much, Lori Gilbert. Janet Ackerland, sending you love. Yeah, I just picked one. Isn't that crazy? This was the right deck for that. This deck is really good for that kind of thing. If you're dealing with, because of the imagery, of Alice in Wonderland, you're going to have some more of the psychedelic kind of a feel. But, when it comes to these kind of cases where that can be very helpful to use this kind of deck. Let's see. Will this ever be settled and clarified as to who is responsible? Well, I think something definitely will come down because we have the Tower in the future. And I think that eventually stuff will come out. But they're still keeping stumm quiet. The Lovers. This could be somebody that will come forward and talk, that knows about the people involved and the persons that were likely that they went with. I think this is other workers. Yeah, Queen of Wands, and particularly with a Queen of Wands, she keeps coming up. Maybe there's one case in particular that stands out. I'm not sure. But this would be a fiery queen, a fire sign. Yeah. Strength. And the 5, it feels like they've been very comfortable and able to do this just so easy. It's disgusting. Ace of Swords. Yes, eventually the truth will come out because justice is going to go in there with a bigger boat. They're going to need to get a bigger boat. And then the Sun exposes the goings on with the 9 of Wands, the abuse of their power. And I think in more than one way. I think you're looking at a gamut, I mean, like, what are the odds? Why wouldn't I get something like, and then they took a nap? No, I'm not getting it. Cover up for decades. So eventually it does look like, maybe there's a Queen of Wands, maybe that will drag them back into court. My dinner was actually good. It's a rare day. Oh, thank God. Seriously, good food is important when you enjoy the flavor. It's important. All right. Did that one. So let's see what the next question is, because we're winding out our live, but how enjoyable this has been. Now Diva's question is really cool. Speaking of music, will it come around again to being about creativity, poetry, grassroots, cultural expression, and emotionally inspiring? What, rather than the syncopated dun, 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 dun. I mean, everybody has their like, yeah, but it's commercial, so ucky. All right. Or boring, I think, you know. I think that they will definitely be exposed. Definitely count on that. With the insurrection crap. Yeah. All right. So let's look about music. I love this. Thank you, Diva, for asking such a cool question. Well, music, well, we have a change in the art of music and songwriting and creativity. We get more creative, diverse music. We get a wave of that come back within our lifetimes. Please help us. For those of us that really don't like commercial music. Actually, there's a lot of good music by indie bands and stuff, and old favorites. But like a real wave of change in musical vitality, like Renaissance, you know? Let's see what we have coming. What can you tell me about that spirit? What is the trend? Music. Yeah. I get something about people going back to more simplified in some ways because of all the use of computer and stuff. There's a lot of people already doing that. But there's going to be an interesting mix, I think, coming. Not, I don't mean that like song mix. I mean like there's something interesting coming. There's always going to be, I think, some people that like pop, but I do think we have an artistic kind of renaissance coming around this plague. People have been at home creating and becoming more creative with what they share files, different bands. I don't know if you guys have followed that. I follow that with the bands I like. They go online, you know, different musicians interacting. It's really cool. So cool. It's something kind of neat to see, but let's just also see what's going to happen. All right. Well, right now we have that Nine of Swords. Here we are in lockdown, really stressed out. Quarantine land. And the Page of Pentacles. This is about creativity coming, but also the fact that there's been too much money, rather over creativity. Now, the King of Pentacles can be very creative, but he can also become money mad. There needs to be the right balance. And we can see here there's been too much of a negative balance. And then you got that tension, energy, you know, the whole thing. So they kind of ruined music, the recording industry. And then we have the Nine of Cups and the Three of Cups. Yes, pleasure. And that three is about celebrating. I feel like we're going to start to see a real wave open up. I think after COVID is better maintained, because I would say quarantine be over with. And I don't know that it's ever going to be completely over with. I think we're going to just try to have to go through time and get a hand on this, but I feel like that's part of it. But I feel like what it's doing is it's fueling, like I was saying, a creative kind of balloon that's expanding, if you will. See, everybody's sharing. Hey, I've got this tea over here. I'm going to send you this file. Hey, let's add that to this. And then listen to that. Oh, yeah, that's fun. That's the total conversation I have going on there. So I think we're going to see some interesting things come about as a result of this plague. The Eight of Cups and the Seven of Pentacles. There's a change, yes, of leaving that vapid um, stuff behind, moving on. People are not going to want the same thing again. I see people looking for something different, more people wanting something different. And they feel like nobody's meeting the needs. So they create it. You get new industry, you get new people coming forward like, well, nobody's doing it, so I'm going to do it. And here we go. We get the the King of Cups and the Three of Swords. We have, I feel like this is a particular male figure that will come about. Very, very empathetic, as you can see with the cups. May have some, issues, but a very interesting figure, very theatrical, more creative theater, feeling coming in here. It brings me back to a bit more of like when we had like glam and then we'd have these different movements. So it feels like something more theatrical like that, where there's going to be some interest in physical, what do you call that? Art of, where it's like a bit more theater and as well as songwriting and that art. It's more artistry. So it's feeling really cool. And this is based on, it can be like heartbreak, hardship, going through difficult things with this, coming through being raised during the plague. Maybe this will be somebody that gets older or coming into age as an adult that's going to make some real game changer where music is concerned again, and maybe based around misery that we've been going through, which you can certainly understand usually fills the world. We can relate. And my husband was reading to me this really cool song he was playing that was in Italian. And then he read me the lyrics, and they're like, I do not exist. I do not exist if you do not love me. And it was like, oh my God, it's like really like extra. But yeah, super passionate and really cool. And I'm kind of getting the same vibes here. Very passionate, but feels like Queen. It feels like I'm getting a lot of like opera, theater, just arts in the way that you wouldn't expect to see them adding into metal and different fusions of things going on. And the Knight of Pentacles, people that are studying music, with the Three of Wands. Yes, overseas, we're going to have another fun with overseas. We're going to have some cool people from overseas bringing us some artistry. That's what I feel like. Ooh, could it be another British invasion? That would be awesome. Or maybe from somewhere else. Maybe Berlin, for all we know. The Star and the Knight of Cups. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Very emotional. Very, very passionate based. And very spiritual and hopeful to get through difficult times with the Star. So yeah, man, we're gonna have some good stuff. Never say that it's over. Something good's coming. It's gonna open up. Oh my God, when my husband read me the words and I was hearing it, I will, you know what? I will ask him for it because it's a beautiful song. It's this woman singing and it's so beautiful. And even if you don't know Italian, no, I certainly don't, unfortunately. I know bits and pieces. It's so beautiful. And yeah, and it was just when you read the lyrics and you listen to the words, it's just like, damn, that's some feelings. Yeah, we can do it, definitely. So let's see what else. There was another question. Dozen cats. Okay. Would like to know if their mom, Sharon, or dad, Gary, have a message. I hope that Dozen Cats is able to join because we have one more question and then we're going to be done. Oh, I love bells. I use bells a lot naturally. Okay, I'm going to use the Queen Alice deck again. No, I'm not. I feel like I need to use the Star deck. Okay. That's what happens when you're this fluid. You don't know. Come on, get in there. Okay. Almost done. All right. Sharon and Gary reaching out for Blackcat'S. Do you have something you'd like to share with your daughter? What is your message to your daughter? You can use the cards. I connect with your spiritual mentors or parents. What would you like to share with Blackcat'S? Well, they're looking at, we're getting shown the devil. This is hardship, dealing with oppressive stuff, and a lot of emotional, brings out a lot of emotion. I think this is injustice, brings out a lot of emotion is what I'm getting. I don't know what this is about, but this looks like something that maybe you've been dealing with, some kind of corruption. Or they're talking about some kind of corruption and a great deal of emotion around it. And the Two of Cups, and it's a female. The Queen of Wands, in someone's relationship. I don't know if this is someone in your family that was in an abusive relationship, or may have started back an abusive relationship, or somebody that's not well, that deals with issues with substance, quite possibly. But I see this woman here, and yeah, I see a great deal of, we're being shown that somebody's struggling. They're having issues, I think, with problems with emotion and healing. Pardon me. So we're dealing with heartbreak here and healing. May have been through a very difficult relationship or going through one. Does that make any sense? They're wanting you to know that whatever this is, things will be all right. There's a situation with the Queen of Wands, an adult woman, a relationship, and there was some kind of corruption or lack of truth, somebody lying, or some maybe substance excess, but things aren't exactly clear. And it looks like somebody's heart is broken. But I see not to worry, that you get to the bottom of this, the uncertainty. It feels like they don't know whether somebody's like maybe done something in the relationship that they shouldn't have. I don't know. But it looks like they're wanting clarity with the King of Cups. He's not talking. I don't know who this is. Good night, Dean. Strength in the world. Your parents are saying, don't worry, you're going to get through it. Whoever this is, whether it's you or somebody else, where a difficult relationship with somebody that they're having a difficult time with, at the very least, things are going to go in a better direction. You've endured, and something is going to end. This man that doesn't want to come forward or talk, whoever he is, and that's causing a great deal of heartbreak, there's going to be an end with that. He's not going to get away with being able to do that. Moving on from him to maybe a better man. I see success, getting around obstacles with this person that's caused so much issue. And that things will indeed in the future, I feel like there could be a move also, and things will get better, I think, work-wise, and also maybe for a younger person. But they're acknowledging things going on within the family, I think, that are difficult. And they're just basically wanting to say, look, just know that you'll make it through it. We've got you. We've got your back. These are tough times, but you're meant to get through it, and you'll get on the other side of it, and things will get better. And that's what they're saying. And they're with you. Both of them are coming in together with that. So I hope that was helpful. Okay. Now, the next person that I'm going to read on, the last question for the evening. Woo! Marathon tonight, but that's all right. And I can't remember if this was P44 or whose question, but somebody asked a question. Yes. And it's like, they've got your back. Just hold on. hold on, because this will end and things are going to change. Okay, so I'm not sure who had this question, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to answer it real quick before I sign off and lose my voice completely without having to like screech to clear my voice. I'm going to sound like Alvin and the Chipmunks before the night's over. Okay, deceased grandmother passed away in 2013. I trust that whoever asked this question will know, so I'm not going to worry about trying to identify who it was. They'll find it, they'll know. What's your grandma want to say? You dreamt of her recently? No problem, Diva. It's going to be great. Yeah, I see actual art coming and interesting stuff. Thank you, Shathaki. Can't talk. I'm starting to get tongue-tied and losing my voice. Okay. So this deceased grandma that showed up in the dreams, what's she showing up for? Usually when they show up, they're trying to get our attention about something. Sometimes it's just to like let us know, hey, I know you're going through a tough time, but I'm here and I've got your back. And it sounds like it could be that, but let's just see. What was grandma coming in the dream for? What does she want to try to get through to you? Okay, I'm being shown a King of Cups. Maybe that is somebody that is important to you or between you and your grandma. King of Cups. And a Knight of Pentacles. This makes me feel like maybe, I don't know, a brother and their child or something like that. She's looking at like this is like one of her grandchildren and their great-grandchild or something. I don't know what that's about. There's a new beginning with the Ace of Pentacles. School or teaching. Is there a new teaching job? New teaching job I see like right here. Acknowledgement of that or something. Acknowledgement of new school or new teaching job, learning something with the Ace. New beginning, definitely. So like saying, good work on that. Yeah, and there's like a choice. There's going to be a choice between two places. Very active with the Eight of Wands. I feel like maybe a job or school. There's going to be a choice, two places to pick from. That's what they're saying. The grandmother, the Lovers, again, about choice. She's on about choice, decision. Yeah, and be clear. They'll make the good decision. With job or work, there's something really positive coming with the man and something maybe he went to school for, or I'm not quite sure what that is. You dreamt of your grandmother yesterday. This is something that she's wanting to acknowledge about somebody that's going to do well. Let me just take a look. What does grandma want to say? This is the last question of the evening. This is for P44 Chippo. Okay, she's, again, I feel like this is a child, a Princess of Pentacles, and a Queen of Swords. And this feels like a single woman and a child. I don't know if you have like a brother and sister or somebody that they might be divorced or widowed or and then have a child. But I keep being shown an adult male or female and a younger person. So I feel like they're acknowledging an adult and their child. And the Eight of Wands. Again, there's something about taking action and making a decision. And I think it has to do with about standing up for yourself and not suffering silently. She's wanting somebody to stand up for themselves as well here. And to know their own strength, that you're very, very strong, as you can see. and you have ability, but you need to work with a boundary. And you need to make sure what's in your space is not taxing you. So I think she was trying to strengthen your boundary around you or your energy around you. She was telling me to breathe, also told me that I'd lost weight. Well, she wants you to get your strength back up. For sure. Maybe that was too quick or something, or maybe there's just something that's causing a little, I don't know, but there's a decision here that's coming. And she's just basically, to me, she's saying, don't worry. You've got this. Yeah, and you'll make it through. Decision, success. So when it comes to standing up for yourself, I feel like there's encouragement with that, and making sure that you're getting enough, your actual physical vitality is important. Let's see if she's saying something about how you do something. 2 of Wands and the 8 of Wands. So the 8 of Wands is like the action, and the 2 of Wands and the Lovers has been about between two things, a decision about how you do something. I don't know, but definitely something about protecting your area, protecting your, standing up for yourself, sealing your environment too. And energy. This is about energy, raising your energy level. I think she's trying to do some energy work on you. Yes, I see that. Hold on. Yeah, you did the right thing. Good job, JR. JR got him. All right, so let's just take a look. What else she wants to say? To me, this is like somebody that it can be like confusion, lack of certainty. And so taking things, she wants you to slow down. I think you might be not aware of certain things. She's wanting you to definitely, with the Knight of Cups, reflect and be mindful of how you feel and aware. In case you need, 10 of Swords, 3 of Wands. That breathing thing. More capacity. 5 of Pentacles. You might need to, there might be a health issue that she has some concern over. The 5 of Pentacles looks like you could use, it looks like your energy is kind of run down. And I don't think that you're quite aware. There may be a supplement or something that you might actually need, maybe iron, I don't know, or potassium, that kind of thing. I just get a feeling there's something, she feels like there's a supplement or something that you need. And she's wanting to get your attention, to build up your strength, your energy, and probably I think losing weight too fast, maybe, or maybe it's just how it happened. But anyway, just take care. Like, you know how easy it is to go, oh, I'll eat later. And then before you know it, you're eating crap all day. And then you don't eat some vegetables and stuff. And days go by before you know it, that kind of thing. If you're single, especially, it feels like that. Yeah. Maybe go see, somebody there. There's some kind of collaboration here, kind of a feeling, more than one person kind of coming in to help. So more spirits coming to visit you. Oh my God. Yeah. I get like 3 men. What's this? Is there a family genetic issue going on? There may have been with these 3 men, but with health. And I don't know why, but like justice and the 2 of Cups, they want you to get something looked at. And again, we get the thing about decisions again. So, but bringing something into balance, I think supplement Also, fluids. Make sure you're not dehydrated. Magnesium. Yes, yes. That was the one I couldn't think of. It could be as well. But I'm feeling like it's a supplement you need to have. I've done this before, unfortunately, out of stress. So you need to make sure that your potassium, especially, and magnesium, you need to have like blood panel work probably, and make sure that you're, especially if you're not, can't get an appetite very well, maybe make sure that you're taking a supplemental vitamin, basic one. All right, you guys, I'm going to sign out, and I hope you enjoyed this. I will be having another live again on Thursday at 1. So if you miss me this time, catch me later. You guys made this great fun. Thank you guys so much. And thank you for your donations and your great questions. You guys kept me on my toes, and it was a really fun live. All right, I'm going to send you out with some Reiki. In case you're not feeling well, just receive the energy. It's just chi, just source. Yes, Callie, definitely. And if you've ever had to have potassium through an IV, it's very painful. I got that sick. You never want. It feels like a Charlie horse. I was in tears. So get the potassium. Eat some. What I do is I eat a lot of dried apricots. They have a lot of potassium. All right. Yeah. Don't delay, and take the iron. Make sure you're getting a little bit of iron too. All right. All right, you guys. I'm gonna go. And I will talk to you soon. I have to work on the Big Nose Kate video. That's going to be fun. So I'll see you. Thank you guys so much. Good night.